All right, guys, so we're going to take some quick notes. You're going to add this to your notebook. We're going to talk about a concept called symbiosis. Symbiosis, if you take that word and you look up here, so the prefix sym, S-Y-M, what that means is together, and of course we know that bio is life. So if you look at together life, so it's the process of things working together for the purpose of life. Symbiosis, the definition, is defined as the close long-term relationship between two different species. So typically these are, now relationship is not, it's not necessarily dating relationship, it's two living things interacting together consistently over time, okay? And of course we talked about species like, species is the different animals, different living things. So there's three types of symbiosis. So there's three ways that living things can interact together. The first one we have here is mutualism, then we have commensalism, and we have parasitism. Mutualism, if you look at it, you have the word mutual in there, okay? In mutualism, both species are going to benefit. So an example will be clownfish and the sea anemone. The clownfish chases predators away that might damage or chase away the bacteria or the algae that the sea anemone eats. And the sea anemone protects the clownfish because the clownfish is the only animal that can survive the stings of the sea anemone. So it actually acts as it's like a bodyguard, okay? Another example is the bacteria in your digestive tract, in your digestive system. Okay, so what this does is the bacteria in our digestive system help us by breaking down, it actually helps in the digestive process. We help the bacteria by giving it food. Okay, commensalism, it has the word common in it. In commensalism, you have one species that's benefiting, and the other one it's not hurt or helped. Okay, it's like one is benefiting, but the other one honestly usually has no idea that it's even there. Okay, so an example that I could think of like this are typically there are birds that will hitch a ride along the backs of a rhinoceros or an elephant. Or there are, one of the videos we watched talk about, I think they're called remoras. They're specific fish that attach to like sharks. They don't hurt the sharks in any way. They just attach and they kind of just go along for the ride. They hang out by the shark because they'll feed on the little scraps that it's like the sharks are messy eaters. So remoras clean up the rest. The other one, the other type of symbiosis or symbiotic relationship is called parasitism. And to look at parasitism, we need to look at what a parasite is. A parasite is a living thing that cannot survive without a host, at least for a portion or all of its life cycle. There are some parasites that have to have a host just for the very beginning, like just for the egg has to develop somewhere, and then once the egg hatches, then it can survive on its own. There's some that have to have a host their entire life cycle. Parasitism is not, it does not benefit both. Parasitism only benefits the parasite. The host, or the living thing that is housing the parasite, is harmed, sometimes even killed, okay? So an example, a virus and our cells, like the cold virus. So what happens is the virus comes in and it gets injected into our cells. Not all of them, just a few of them, okay? And what happens is this virus just multiplies and multiplies and multiplies. It cannot multiply without a human cell, okay? Or the human cold virus, has to have a human cell. So once it has multiplied so much, that cell will rupture, okay, and all the new little cold viruses will spill out, okay? So that host cell that was the virus factory it's dead. There's no coming back from that. There's a video that is linked on here about the zombie fly and the honeybee. That is also a parasitic relationship, or a example of parasitism. Okay, so there you go. So those are the 3 types of symbiosis, which are long-term relationships between 2 different species. All right, there you go.